All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the coach is back. We're in the clear. Okay, guys. All right, now we got this broadcast. Now we got it kicking. We got it popping. That's what we want. Okay, folks. LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. And you're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Shout out to the people that love this channel. Shout out to the haters. Because I know you're too stupid not to watch. I mean, you just are. You're gonna watch the video because you're gonna do what it do. Okay, you're gonna watch the videos because really and truly, you really like the channel. You just don't know how to tell me. But this is a video in defense of the LDBC's boycott of Keith Runtime Thurman. That's right. And all you Keith Runtime Thurman fans, this one in particular, odd fella. Okay, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I told you. Okay, we're gonna get this thing going. We're gonna go back and forth about this. Okay, I am adamant about the boycott. Not just Thurman. Okay, good. Got him right here. My boy is here. We're gonna discuss this. You're getting the link right now. Okay. This link is coming in. We're gonna start this thing. Okay. And this is a friendly talk between brothers, guys. There is no disrespect. I'm gonna let him say his piece. Then we're gonna get in on it. Okay. Nobody, no disrespect. Okay. It's black men. We got to learn how to disagree without getting in our feelings. Okay. I'm with that. Okay. The link has been sent. The link is sent. It's time to get at it. It's time to get at it. TC Johnson, what's up? Angel Santos, what's up? Okay, we're waiting on my man Odd Fella to get into the live stream. Okay, and we're just gonna get into this. Okay, we're gonna get into this because I'm sick of Keith Thurman. Okay, sick of him, and sick of a lot of fighters. But Keith Thurman just kind of said it all. Wait a minute, Errol Spence is not on your to-do list. He's not. I mean, okay. Santos, okay, I'll let you in. When me and Odd Fella, when we have finished, saying our piece together, then, I have no problem letting you in, Angel. You can definitely be a part. Okay. I tell you what, if I need somebody, because it can't be both of us. It can't be both of us like ganging up. It's got to be, like he's on the end that we should not be, on Thurman. We need to hold up on Thurman. Okay. We need to get off Thurman nuts and really think about this. And I'm on the position like, yeah, let's boycott him. Okay. Boycott him until he can't be boycotted. Boycott him until he take the fights we want. So that's what side I'm on. So we just need one more person to be on the other side. Angel, I don't know if you're in defense. I just don't know. I don't know what position you're on. Because if you're on my position, then it's what it is. Okay, my man Oddfella's in the house. Mr. Oddfella, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. I want to find your platform tonight. I mean, you hear me clear?
Yes, sir. I hear you.
All right. Yeah. As I was saying, I want to thank you for having me on your platform tonight. 9 o'clock.
Okay. No problem, man. I'm glad you're on. Hey, you there?
Hold on. That's what it is. So yeah, let's get into this.
Okay, go for it. Let's go.
Well, let me just...
Hey, Oddfella. You're cutting in and out. You're cutting in and out.
Yeah. All right, you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, let me just break down my first point about I believe in the boycott. Okay, because I'm sick of Keith Thurman and his actions too. Just a little bit premature. I feel we should just wait his tune up and then see what he has to say. Commit to anything after that, caught him. Because right now it's like let's give things a chance to just play out a little bit. I mean, like I said, we on Bloodstream last night, 2017. Great matchups, and he taking viewership away because all these fighters in the world, their views are related, and if we take away views from Keith Thurman, it will affect negatively on Errol Spence, because we saw Errol Spence's numbers 685,000. I feel that should have been better, 900K. Taken away from Thurman will take away from Spence, I feel. What you think about that, Coach?
I don't really think that's going to take away from Spence, because I think if Spence keep going in there and doing what he's doing and beating people and beating them decisively, then I think he's actually gonna be a star all on his own. See, here go the thing. Yeah, it'd be nice for him to fight Keith Thurman, but if Errol Spence keep winning, then Keith Thurman is gonna be a thing of the past, because Errol Spence already taking the man's shine. Now, my problem with Keith Thurman is that, okay, so yeah, he taking a tune-up fight. I think everybody agrees that the man needs a tune-up fight, but it's what he said after the tune-up fight. We don't even have to wait till he fights his tune-up fight, because he's already said, well, Errol Spence not on my to-do list. No, I'm not fighting him this year. And he considered Jesse Vargas. I mean, is Jesse Vargas, I mean, a light touch? I mean, I don't think Vargas is a light touch. So why all the hold up for fighting Errol Spence? That's my key point. Hey, you there? You kind of, I think you cutting in and out.
Yeah, I understand. Like we all know, is a virus.
Hold on. Hey, I fella, I can barely, like, you cutting in and out.
Said, like we all know, Heyman is right. Let me clear.
Yeah, you got some lag.
Let me try to get.
Okay.
Try to get back. Let me try to get into a proper space or something. Because yeah, I'm up like 20 floors up. So sometimes comes the frequency a little bit. And yeah, so you hear me clear, Coach?
Yes, sir.
All right. So yeah, let me backtrack on what I was saying with the whole thing. Well, we got what was I saying about where was I at with that?
See, you cut in and out. The last thing I heard you say is that it'll be better. Errol Spence would do better numbers if if we support Keith Thurman. That's because then it kind of cut out on us.
Well, yeah, like to backtrack on that. Like I was saying, they all interrelated, and we should, since they part of the same stable. Yeah, you were saying something about yeah, you don't like the way how Keith Thurman is quick to say that no, it's not. We're not fighting in 2018. We're waiting to 2019. I'm saying, well, now, but things could change. You know what I mean? So let's wait till after the tune-up fight is done, and then if you don't commit to nothing after that, yeah, I'm fighting Sean Porter, then I'm fighting Spence. Then yeah, let's like I still feel we should keep, you know what I mean? We should continue to roast him. We should continue to have his feet to the fire. You know what I mean? But as far as not watching this fight and taking those viewership numbers away from him and the PBC, I don't think that, you know what I mean? I don't think that's a good look. Top rank, you know what I mean? Copping and jock, you know what I mean? Jocking on the bandwagon, doing that ESPN deal. You see what I'm saying?
See, man, it's like this, man. Keith Thurman don't forget where he actually came from because, I remember, man, he used to talk all big and bad. He was big and bad when he called out Danny Garcia. He was big and bad when he called out Paulie Malignaggi. I mean, he was big and bad when he was calling these people out. And it even took him a good little minute to fight Porter, man. They had to push for that fight. So it's like, okay, so now you're here, and Keith Thurman done said it, what, 4 times already? He done went on, man, 4 times and said, there's no way I'm fighting Errol Spence in 2018. It's not going to happen. Okay, here I said it. So, he's pretty much sure. Even when you ask him the question, when they ask him about Errol Spence, it's amazing. This man whole tone, his demeanor change, everything changed. And, he don't want that word from Errol Spence. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to get 2019. It's going to get 2019, and he's going to be like, well, I'm going to take me another tune-up fight. And, I'm like, okay, damn, man, what's your point? How many tune-up fights do you have to have? I get the one, if he said, okay, I'm definitely fighting Errol. He just said, I might fight him in 2019. I might fight him. He not even sure he's going to fight him in 2019. So, I mean,
right.
Where are we going? I mean, come on. You're Keith one-time Thurman. You're Keith one-time Thurman. You're supposed to, hey, you said, I got an O, and I'm not afraid to let it go, baby. I got an O, and I'm not afraid to let it go. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, tune-up fight. 2 tune-up fights. Great. Then he says, oh, I'm only fighting 2 times in 2018. What? You're in your prime. I mean,
yeah, he wasting his prime. Coach, I don't like his activity either. One fight a year. I mean, let's bump it up to 2, 3 fights a year, Thurman. He wasting time. And I understand why, there's so much backlash. For real, he holding the belts right now. But yes, he coming off an injury. So it is what it is, you know what I mean? All I'm saying is, before we really go hard on him and really consider taking away viewership numbers away from him.
Look here, man.
Because right now it just seems like we just really just take a boycott is supposed to be implemented off of social reasons, environmental, or political. Right now, this is more personal.
No, it's not personal, man. Because really, it's not the LDBC said, hey, let's just find Keith Thurman. Let's just pick on him and let's just boycott him. No, man, I'm tired of him acting like I'm tired of him acting like a sissy, man. I'm going to keep it PG-13 because I really want to say some stuff, but I'm tired of him acting like a sissy, man. What? I mean, you don't think that the people that supported you in the beginning, you don't think that our voice matters? Yeah, and you're going to fix your mouth to say that, well, I don't care what these people think, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. We the one supported you when you wasn't a damn thing. We supported you. We all did. We put money in this guy's pocket. We supported this guy. We rolled with this guy. And it's like, okay, second thing, you can't speak to us. You can't, holler at us no more. No, Keith. See, Keith think he Floyd Mayweather. He think that he's the A side. He's not the A side, man. And Errol Spence is starting to take this guy's shine. Boycott the hell out of it. Matter of fact, boycott all these fools that don't want to take these fights, man. That we sitting here, we got to watch these guys take 5 and 6 tune-up fights, and then we got to play fantasy matchmakers. I mean, what's going on online, man? I mean, there are not enough videos on fights that's coming up. We got Wilder Ortiz, okay. We got, now we heard that Broner and Omar Figueroa, that's coming up. Okay, we got Joshua Parker. We got that's a good fight. Okay, so we got 2 really good fights that's coming up that we can talk about. Okay, but see, we should be doing hundreds and thousands of videos. I'm talking about as a whole on fights, but we got Keith Thurman talking this damn nonsense. Wait a minute, man. What you mean 2019? And then he said you might fight him. He said we might. Yeah, I might fight him in 2019. Well, Keith, what the hell, man? Nah, man. Nah, man. We got to boycott this dude. Send out a message, and it's gonna send a message to every last one of them. See, we're gonna make an example out of Keith Thurman because when he noticed that, wait a minute, my viewership numbers down, or my pay-per-view numbers suck. Oh God, Keith. Yeah, you should have thought about that before you told the fans to kiss your ass, Keith.
True indeed. But how about alternative measures?
Okay.
How about we can always put the, like I said, advisor who's Thurman's promoter. The promoter is usually hired when the fight's set up. Am I wrong about that?
No.
Then who's Thurman's promoter?
It's
multi-fight contract.
It's Lou, I think it's what, Lou DiBella? No, it's who is this promoter? I want to think. I know Al Heyman is his advisor, but I think it's Lou. I know somebody in the comment section. I think it's Lou DiBella. No, Lou DiBella is Errol Spence's promoter. I don't know. I mean, dang.
On a fight-to-fight contract, on a fight-to-fight basis, I don't think these guys sign multi-deal. A lot of them, like I believe, like Thurman, Garcia, and Spence, they don't got like multi-fight contracts with a said promoter like DiBella. When the fight's signed, I think when the fight's signed, then they get the promoter gets hired.
Okay. I mean, I don't. I mean, I guess that's something I should know, you know. But I guess I'm more. Go ahead.
But if that's true, I'm not saying it's 100% correct. That's what I think. You know what I mean? So if my theory's right, why can't we put the pressure on Al Heyman to get this fight done?
Al Heyman can, sing, Al Heyman can whistle Dixie, man. But if the man's saying, I don't want to fight him, I mean,
his mind.
What's Al going to do? Well, Keith, you need to fight him. Well, Al, man, Al, all due respect, man, I'm scared to death of that boy. I mean, what is Keith going to tell him? And what is Al Heyman going to say to physically make Keith Thurman get in the ring? What is he going to do?
He's going to cut his purse strings.
Okay. And then with that, then, guess what he would do? Keith would just go to somebody else who would let him duck. Okay. I mean, take a snake. It's plenty of these snakes out there.
And that would make him absolutely irrelevant. He can duck and go. He can defect and go to a Golden Girl. What do you think that's gonna do to him in the eyes of all the public?
Well, if he go to Golden Girl, man, they're gonna put him on some fishnets, man. The thing of it is, man, is that this guy he came out, man. He point blank said, "Listen, to all the media, I mean, to all the fans that support, man, F y'all. I'm gonna fight who I want to fight. I'm not gonna give y'all the fights that y'all want to see. I'm gonna take a tune-up fight." And he said one tune-up fight. That's what he said. See, I listened to every single word. Every single word this guy, I'm going to take one tune-up fight. See, he said possibly 2019 Errol Spence will be there. Wait a minute, man. This is another belt holder. This is another belt holder. And Keith said early on that, hey, I got an O, baby. I'm not afraid to let it go. And I'm going to fight all the other belt holders. Now, when you ask him this, well, with Earl Spence, well, I mean, come on, man. I just, I wish I was interviewing him. Cause I'm like, look, man, I'd be like, look, that's not what you said. That's not what you said 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Right.
When you chasing Floyd Mayweather. And isn't it something that Keith Thurman, he hunted Danny Garcia down. I mean, what did Danny Garcia do to really deserve a fight against him? I mean, honestly, who did Danny Garcia beat decisively for him to get a title? I mean, to get a shot at Keith Thurman. Who?
When he's just a belt holder.
That was it. I mean, you remember Danny Garcia? He lost to Mauricio Herrera. I mean, he really should have lost that fight. Mauricio Herrera outpointed him. I thought he lost to Lamont Peterson. Okay, so now you got two fights where he got exposed. What did Danny Garcia do to deserve it?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But he was just a WBC belt holder.
So what is Jesse? Oh, good. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No,
Jesse
I'm sorry,
Vargas. No, I finished. I was just saying, yeah, he was just a so-called belt holder for a sham of a unification.
Well, I mean, it's
WBA and
it's
WBC.
and see, I know when you and I were going back and forth typing. See, it's kind of hard. See, I'm talking to you now, and I understand where you're going. See, I get you now. I get
Mm-hmm.
exactly what you're saying. I know. I feel you now. See, I can't when people typing, it's kind of hard, man, to really decipher what a person is really feeling. But I
Right.
get what you're saying. And yeah, some of these other guys, man. It's just boxing as a whole. The sport need an overhaul, man. It need an overhaul, and it's not just Keith Thurman. Okay, it's like you said, Showtime Sean Porter. I mean, he's been no time Sean Porter. I mean, you got.
Yep.
I mean, you got. Oh man, you got.
Hey,
You got.
Luis Collazo. He defected from the IBF as soon as Errol Spence won that title. Yeah, I backtracked it.
Mhm.
I backtracked it, and that boy, a lot of these marquee names defected from the IBF once Errol Spence started rising up the rankings. First being Sean Porter. That January 2016, he defected. All these guys are Errol Spence is a bad man.
But and Keith is treating Errol Spence like he's inferior. Like, and now, I'm looking at Errol Spence. I don't know. Their resumes are almost equal. I mean, Keith Thurman. Okay, he fought what? He fought Danny Garcia. He fought what? He fought Robert Guerrero. Fought Leonard Bundu. He couldn't finish Bundu. And you know what? Spence fought what? They both fought Brandon Hopkins. They both fought Brandon Hoskins. Okay, they both fought Leonard Bundu, and Spence going in there. Spence is whooping their ass better than Thurman is, man. And it's like, okay, so what is really the holdup? What are you really internally afraid of when it comes to Errol Spence? What are you afraid
Well,
of?
you know how Thurman likes to visualize getting knocked down and before he fights somebody and stuff like that. So I guess one of these times he was visualizing, he didn't get knocked down, he got knocked out. So that's the holdup.
Okay. And I got a message from my guy in Sense of Truth. Why y'all not boycotting no one else? Thurman gave you 2 top fights last year. Trust me. I don't know. You came in on the end of the conversation. I just said that. I just said boycott any of these dudes that want to take these fights that keep sending these soft touches. Okay, boycott any of these guys. Any of them. That's what I said. But Thurman is coming out of his mouth, man. You got Joshua. Look, Joshua gonna be on the chopping block. If Joshua, he get out his fight with Parker, and if he talking, reckless and Deontay Wilder in 2020, boycott his ass too. He next. See, we got guys on the chopping block. These guys are on the chopping block.
On the chopping block too, for real. But in Thurman's defense, well, small defense, but he's still like you said, he's still on the chopping block. Yeah, he did give us 2 good marquee opponents. You know what I mean? In his last 2, but the man's still inactive. I mean, it was one fight a year. I mean, it should have been 2, 3 fights a year.
This dude gonna have 4 fights and he's out of his prime. Come on, man.
Blood put it out there. What is he? 28-0. Errol Spence is 23-0.
Yep.
5 years on Spence, and he only got 5 more fights.
Well,
damn shame.
It really is a shame, man. Because I'm not sitting here. I'm not saying Keith is not a talented fighter, and the fight won't be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. There's some reservation that Keith Thurman has about Errol Spence, and we can't get around it. It's not me picking on him. It's the fact that the man said, okay, he said, okay, I'm not going to fight him in 2018. He said it. He didn't even say, well, maybe it's because my injury won't be healed good. He didn't say none of that. He just said, no, y'all not getting that Errol Spence fight. And then, when you ask him about 2019, he said probably. And see, I'm looking at this like, wait a minute, you probably going to fight him in 2019? You hope to fight him in 2019? Nah, man. No, Keith. That's not good enough, man. That's not good enough. And it's not going to fly. Just like when Anthony Joshua was, talking about 2020. No. In a sense of truth. Okay,
I
yes,
don't like that neither. I don't like that neither.
He's injured, uncensored. You can say that he's injured all you want to, man. But you know, the fact of the matter is, it's been plenty of people, man. They injured. They come back and they fight top-notch competition. This guy talking like, oh man, I ain't fighting any of these guys, man. I'm gonna wait till 2020. I'm gonna wait till 2020. I'm gonna wait till 2019 to fight him. I might fight him. That's not good. No, man. The link, the boycotting, it's not extreme, man. We boycotting all these dudes, man. Look, they need to give us what we want. See, I think the problem with people is that we don't understand our power as consumers. We don't understand. So when you stop doing something, if you keep giving to something that you don't like, they're gonna keep doing what you don't like. It's common sense. Pull the plug from these guys, and I guarantee you, we'll start seeing fights. I mean, did you see that Showtime lineup that they had? I mean, did you see that?
Yeah, that was fire.
That's a good lineup.
It's a good lineup, but let me bring it from another perspective, because like I was saying on yesterday's stream, I'm from north of the border. I'm from Canada. We don't get the privileges to see the, you know what I mean? We don't get the same networks. HBO Canada is limited. It's not the same HBO that you get in the States, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Showtime is not available in Canada. So all Showtime fights got to get live streamed, or you got to wait till it's on YouTube 2 hours later. Big part of, like, that's a big part of, you know what I mean? Watching boxing on TV, you know what I mean? On that HD quality. A lot of watching boxing up in here in Canada is watching it off a live stream, off of your computer, putting it on, you know what I mean? Streaming it onto your TV or something like that. But it's even how did I watch the Billy Joe Saunders David Lemieux fight? I had to stream it because in Canada it's pay-per-view. It's on that. It's an HBO fight. HBO, but they said they blacked it out on HBO Canada. You gotta have it. You gotta pay for a pay-per-view, and that's only if you in the province of Quebec. All the other provinces, it ain't even available, pirated and streaming. So to us up here, I mean, we boycotting it anyway. I mean, because we got to stream damn near everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like we got to make it more, the more view, because Canada's follow whatever America does, Canada follows behind. So if they see networks getting behind boxing more, and there's more boxing programs, the Canadian sports channels, you know what I mean, will follow suit and do the same thing. So that's why I kind of feel like away from boxing, and it's like Thurman, he needs a slap. He needs to, I mean, he needs a point. I feel like we should be we should be adding on to it instead of, you know what I mean, taking away from it. But that's the perspective from the North, because we don't get the same, you know what I mean? We don't get the same privileges, you know what I mean, or the same when it comes to all the boxing, you know what I mean, all the boxing content and all the, because we don't get the same, you know what I mean? See General Africa on deck. What up, though?
What's up, General? Real quick, let me get this point in. But I'm gonna tell you, man, you know, it's what it's gonna come to, because I learned something from the NFL strike, that, you know, everybody just stopped putting their money in. Like a lot of black people, we stopped, you know, really investing in NFL. And look at the state the NFL in. See, the NFL, either they're gonna have to, okay, they're gonna have to make changes, or they're gonna go under. Because now they understand. The NFL truly get it now, because the ratings are down. They selling. Look, man, here in my city, man, they selling what, $5 tickets, okay, $10 tickets you can get like right up on the field, but ain't nobody. The stadiums ain't filled. So I guarantee you, we take the same model. We do that. We do this with these boxers. When they $1 million paychecks go down to 200,000, and when 200,000 go to 100,000, oh, wait a minute. I guess I better give these guys the fight, these fans the fights that they want to see, because it's inexcusable, man. Keith is a champion. He can't say, you know, I'm probably going to fight this guy in 2019. No, Keith, what the hell you mean probably? You're the damn champion. You're the damn champion. You're the unified champion, okay? You got to talk like the champion. Now, you see Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, they're like, look, put me in there with whoever. Let's fight. I fight anybody.
Yeah.
All right, General Africa, what's up, man?
What's going on, Coach? What's going on, our fella? How y'all doing?
What's up?
Straight. You know what it is. You know what I mean? Another beautiful night for boxing talk.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Coach. I mean, NFL boycott is a great point, and it kind of goes back to what the point that I was trying to make on the excuse me, I'm trying to close this door. The live stream on Blood's page yesterday when I was saying that basically we don't have to reinvent the wheel. If you look at the Golden Boy boycott, you had guys going to. I saw it. I think I saw it on one of Ticket's videos. Excuse me, I was doing push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Getting that multitasking in. But yeah, man, like people were going to guys on Ticket's videos. They were saying like, why aren't you talking about, Golden Boy? Why aren't you talking about, what I'm saying? People were asking us to do that. We didn't have to say anything. We just didn't go. We didn't make videos. And that was it. So, I mean, once you decide that, look, these guys aren't going to get attention, we're not going to talk about them. The only time we made videos, as far as I remember, about the NFL was when it had to do with owners and racism and the different players that were kneeling. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we didn't report on it because we aren't watching. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So, I mean, we don't have to reinvent the wheel for these boxers or specifically for Keith Thurman. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We won't talk about you. You're going to have people coming to our videos talking about, well, what about Keith Thurman? What about him?
Yeah, I'm about sick of him, but it's the same thing. Now, boycotting Keith Thurman is not to the severity for me for Golden Boy because
not even close. Not even close.
Golden Boy getting a blackout.
Yeah,
and the only way I talk about Golden Boy is if I'm clowning Oscar De La Hoya, if I'm making fun of him in a parody. That's it. The only way I'm going to talk about him if it's negative, okay? If it's something like, yep, he going to jail for DUI or something, yeah, I'm going to report that good. Going to put him in jail, okay?
Exactly.
But that's it. I'm not doing no post-fight analysis videos. I ain't doing jack for Golden Boy. Golden Boy can kiss my PG-13 channel. That's what Golden Boy can do. So we just want to boycott. The LDBC wants to boycott this Keith Thurman. So it can be a point to where, hey, okay, maybe I really need to give these fans fights because Keith is in his prime, man. And when he recovers completely, when Keith Thurman recovers completely, okay, it's going to be a good fight. If he fight Errol Spence and he recovers, okay, he fell out, he'll come back in. Yeah. If he fights Errol Spence, man, it's going to be a decent fight. It's going to be a good fight. I got Errol winning, but it ain't going to be no shame, man. See, now, if Keith, wait till 2020 to fight Errol Spence, and then finally he get knocked out like we think he is, he going to get clowned more, man. He's going to get clowned more. See, yep, we knew this was going to happen. He be running, he running from, at least Terrence Crawford. Matter of fact, at least Terrence Crawford. Hey, I'll take him. At least Mikey Garcia. Yep, I'll fight him. My plan is to fight Errol Spence. They got a plan. Like, dude, how can you not respect these guys, man? Them the guys that we need to be hiding behind. I mean, these are guys that we need to be riding with. Them the guys that we need to be making a million videos, post-fight analysis, fight breakdowns, film studies. We need to be doing that for these fighters that want the action. These guys like Thurman and all these other idiots, man, and Porter and Triple G, man, come on, man. We need to put these guys into the boxing toilet and flush their ass down the toilet.
Yep. Exactly. We need to be making, every, the Charlo brothers, like you said, Wilder and, Spence and Crawford. These are guys that we have to keep on. I mean, we've done, it's been amazing. I was talking about it yesterday. It's amazing and it's amazing how, in a short amount of time, people have gone from saying that, Wilder doesn't have a fan base to saying, people saying, oh, he has, all these people come from, he has a rabid base now. It's crazy how, what we can do when we get behind fighters and fighters that are actually willing to fight people. You know what I'm saying? And no, we just got to keep on doing that, like you said.
Yeah, real talk. LDBC is powerful. Ain't no doubt about that.
And I agree with some of the points you said. I felt like, yo, it shouldn't just be Keith Thurman. We're gonna boycott Keith Thurman. Dang it. Okay. If it's a little extreme, then look, everybody need to get it until we force boxing to do what we know boxing need to be. Like we was in the 80s, man. And I feel like you probably watching boxing in the 80s or the late 80s. We were seeing the Tyson, we were seeing the Spinks, and even when I even got old enough to understand boxing, then I was a huge Ernie Shavers fan, big fan of Ernie Shavers. Just some of the old greats, man. These guys, they fought, man. They fought everybody. They fought everybody. They didn't get $10 million purses, man. These guys went in there. They had to bang it out. They had to fight. There was no option to fight this guy because he's a lesser opponent. Or they didn't even get tune-up fights back then. You had guys fighting with eye injuries, guys fighting with broken noses, guys fighting with broken hands and elbows, okay? These injuries are documented. They fought with this stuff. Now you got this guy, well, okay. And we said, hey, we're going to give you a pass, get you a couple tune-up fights, but we want Errol Spence in 2018. That's it. That's all we want. We I think every fan who really rolled with Keith Thurman, that's it. That's all we want, okay? Just give us Errol Spence in 2018, and everything's good. That's it, Keith. Even if it's on the last day of 2018, December the 31st, give us an Errol Spence fight. Just give it to us. Come on, man. We shouldn't be having to sit here, man, and waiting and waiting and waiting. Then I'm coming back in April, man. I'm gonna be here in April, man. Come on. It's crazy.
Alternative measures. We need a tournament in the welterweight division. Any of these title holders that don't enter the tournament. I mean, it's all possible. The World Boxing Super Series could set something up. I mean, they got some big money behind them. It would be a real interesting look.
I'd love to see it. I don't know. I just don't know with the politics and guys like, I don't see a lot of these promoters being able to work with each other to get that. And I don't think it's in their interest because, a lot of these promoters, take the Arums, the Hearns, even to a certain degree because he wants to look out for his fighters also. But although he's not a promoter, he's a manager, Al Heyman. I just don't know if these guys are willing to work with each other, but I definitely love to see it. I mean, like you were saying, like Coach was talking about, Danny Garcia's, the Sean Porters, the Keith Thurmans, the Abner Mars and Santa Cruz and all these guys. They all, the hell with them, man. You know what I mean? We're going to put pressure on them for sure, but it is what it is. And if people aren't willing to fight each other, then bye. But I'd love to see a tournament. I just don't see these promoters. I think it's less politics up there in the cruiserweight, but I could be wrong. I mean, nothing's impossible.
The problem with these guys is that, what they had in the past, man. These guys, they lack heart. They lack heart. They don't have heart. You got more guys that are quit on the stool now. You got these guys lack heart, man. They don't have it. And and these guys always want an advantage. And it's almost like the bully syndrome, They always want the advantage. And as soon as somebody, starting to lump them up a little bit, these guys, they don't have heart. I mean, you name me a fighter, and I can tell you if they got heart or not. Okay, I can tell you it's very few. We can find some fighters on one hand that we know for a fact that they actually have heart. They're gonna go in there and finish the fight. They're not gonna quit when it get too difficult. See, this the kind of stuff we got going on in boxing, and that's why do you know how many videos are actually being made right now? I mean, it's not a lot of boxing videos, man. It's not. It's not a lot of boxing videos. I remember even just 3 years ago, man. Every other video was a boxing video. You even got guys like Dante, man. They not putting out many boxing videos, not like they used to. They used to do like the very, very detailed, the vivid breakdowns. They used to do it, man. Them guys ain't doing it no more. You got, even guys like Setback, man. Remember, he used to get them hundreds and thousands of views per video.
Yeah,
that dude getting about maybe 1,000 views, man.
All the time.
Yeah, he getting like 1,000 views. It's just boxing that right now we're gonna talk about the matchups that's coming up. That the Showtime, all that stuff, that's good, man. That's some good matchups. Now we need these guys to take it to another level, man. Because see, we need I'm talking about in the whole boxing community, not just the LDBC and the YTB. Man, we need boxing content to thrive, man. And the only way it's gonna do that, man, is we getting excited. People are not excited. Even people that don't like us or people that love, people not excited. They not. And so how we gonna do it? We got to see the best fight the best. I mean, yeah, we're gonna get to talk about these fights. They coming, but we gotta wait till March and April to see these fights. Nah, man, let's get in training camp. Let's get these fights going so we can have something to talk about. So we can help build your fight for free. That's what we're doing on here. We building the fight.
Yep.
Hell. But these guys, they stupid, man. They don't understand social media. They don't understand that social media is your power. And I'm gonna say this last point, and I'm gonna let you guys, talk. It was even a fight. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna interview you. And and the manager said, well, I'm gonna pass it this time. What you mean pass? I said, it ain't like your fighter in the media that much anyway.
Oh,
They're
I
not a
remember.
mainstream fighter. They ain't a mainstream fighter. What you mean you gonna pass it this time? I said, what? I'm not a big enough outlet for you to talk. I said, man, okay, go ahead. You too stupid to understand. The social media, you talk to any and everybody you can. But these guys, these fighters, they don't got it figured out, man. They ain't got it.
Yeah, that was one of them Ultimate Fighter was one of them that people they weren't even marketing her, right? Something like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean that they don't understand social media and it's ridiculous. It's like, they need to hire some of us, man, as on their PR team or whatever, speak with them, because I actually get surprised when I hear guys like gotta bring it back to him, Keith Thurman, like just lie if you have to. Lie, fake it till you make it. I don't know. Just say something. Like if you just said whatever, they need to get people to talk because they don't know what they're doing. And they're hurting their brand. And some of these guys are a lot of these guys, actually, a lot of them are divas. And it goes, I was watching some of your videos, your old school videos, Coach, and one of them was Cotto when he didn't come back for the interview after he lost to Canelo, and people were mad at you for that, for calling him out on that. And some of the other, I remember that video that you made about the fighter. No, not about the fighter, but or maybe it was, but saying that she turned down and like, what? You're not being pushed. You know what I mean? So you have to give back to your fan base. These are the people that, along with your hard work, along with your dedication, put you where you are, because we support you. If you don't support the fighters, if you don't get back to me, I will live stream, because I mean, you're here to entertain me also. You know what I mean? So if I'm a fan, there's a contract between us. But a lot of these people don't understand social media. It's ridiculous sometimes when you would think they would have, somebody behind them telling them, hey, let's do it like this. Let's say it like this. You know what I mean? I think you have some out there, Cyborg, she gets out there and she says, you know what I mean? You could tell that, she's has people like that in her corner, but I don't know, man. You're right. It's weird.
Well, I think some of this is at the fault of the promoter. And that's why I kind of feel like, who's Keith's promoter? This is promoter.
Who is this promoter, y'all? I thought it was DeBella.
They don't have promoters. They just have the all-seeing controller, Al Heyman. That's what I mean. And these promoters just get hired when the fight is set. Break no rules. And that's why I kind of feel like
they need more than, they can't rely on a promoter. They need somebody. They need to hire, if they take the sport seriously, they need to hire somebody, a personal, they need to have somebody out there specifically for them to be able to answer these questions and get their name out there. Because a promoter might not always do it for you. They're going to be looking out for their interests more than anything. You know, but like 78 said, a lot of these guys are probably going to be getting out of here. Danny Garcia and Sean Porter and Keith Thurman, they're probably going to be getting out here in the next 3 years, maybe something like that. So maybe they don't care about it, really. Maybe they decided, look, I don't give a shit what the fans think. And, you know, I'm going to roll with this. And I'm going to have a good amount of people or enough people that are going to support me regardless. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'll go with that. That could be the case. That could be the case. So, I mean, it is what it is with these guys, man.
I mean, look man.
Look how Eddie Hearn spins Joshua's bullshit.
Well, that's Eddie. That's Eddie Hearn, and Joshua's a huge investment for Eddie Hearn. That's the thing. And Eddie Hearn is tied to Joshua at the hip. It's different.
Man,
I can see it, but I mean, even you got Bob Arum. I mean, we don't like the way he's spinning Lomachenko, but he doing it.
That's true. But you know, these promoters will pick and choose who, and you know, Bob Arum, I think that's going to hurt him in the end. So I think he'll eventually lose Terrence Crawford.
We got Frank Warren out over Eddie Hearn's competitor. I mean, he's spinning he got us on the Daniel Dubois train. You know what I mean? We got
I don't disagree with you. There's some good promoters out there. But I like the point that I'm trying to make is that yeah, definitely there are some good promoters out there. I'm definitely not arguing against that. I'm just saying that if a fighter wants to I mean, look at Shevchenko and all the stuff that she's, you know, she has somebody other than a promoter that's getting her out there. She's doing interviews. She's here, there, Cyborg here, there. You know, that's up to the fighter to have that person. And you know, like I said, they might not want it.
They in a league that's being promoted. Boxing is not a league.
A league.
It's a, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, because you were saying.
I'm saying boxing is not a league because you made references to Cyborg and Shevchenko, and that's UFC. You know what I mean? The UFC got a huge promotional backing behind it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I wasn't even talking about the not to interrupt you. I wasn't even talking about the UFC. I'm just talking about just getting their name out there, getting in interviews, them on their own. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, UFC does that, but these people make sure.
Oh, I see.
Chris Cyborg has her own channel on YouTube, and she's making videos. Hey, I'm in Taiwan, you know, or whatever, Thailand, you know, shadow boxing at a, you know, by a waterfall, you know, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's out there.
I hear that. I hear that, right, but you still need that level. You know what I mean? That buffer that between the fighter and the public. You know what I mean? Just in case the fighter does something. Have that buffer to spin it, so when it gets out to the public, you know what I mean, it doesn't affect it too negative.
Exactly. They need somebody. They need to hire a coach or 78 or something. You know, I'm still young. I'm still, you know, I got the psychology and stuff like that, but I'm still, you know, in the tutelage. They need to get, you know, coach or ticket or 78 or somebody out there, because these guys don't know what the heck to say. Just like I said, lie if you have to, man. Say something. You know, at least lie to yourself a little bit to pump yourself up. Do something. You're a fighter.
There are very few fighters that get it. There are a few that get it.
Exactly. That's it.
You know, like I think Terrence Crawford get it. If he can actually get away from Bob Arum and be a little bit more vocal, then I think Terrence Crawford will be able to name his price. You know, he'll be able to do that.
Hey, Coach, you know who else gets it? Wilder. Yes. Wilder. You see how charismatic he's becoming. I don't care what anybody says. He's growing into his own. And I think that after this Ortiz fight, he's going to put, most likely, I believe he'll put Ortiz's head on a platter. I mean, look, this guy can get it all, man. He can take it all if he continues to put in this work. And I think he believes in himself. I think he believes that there's not a man on this planet that can beat him in a fair fight, like Tyson said. And he that's another one.
Yeah,
Vince, I'd like to see him talk a little bit more, but you know, he's still young too, and he's, you know, it's some people don't get that at the same time.
Yeah, Spence
Some
is
people don't
starting
look
to,
at it at the
man.
same
He's starting
time.
to because he giving Keith Thurman work. You're like, look,
Oh,
man.
he is. He is.
Look, okay, man. Come on, man. Look, what kind of excuse you gonna have now, man? And Errol Spence said, listen, man, I understand. I'm gonna give you a tune-up fight. You need it, cool. But come on, keep some time. Run time, whatever. Okay, it's time to go ahead. Let's get your affairs in order. Let's get this fight cracking. Let's get it cracking because these guys. Deontay Wilder, he get it. He'll interview with 78 Sports TV. He'll do that, and he'll do it religiously. Like they call each other, they talk to each other, and they talk to each other probably on the regular. And it's like Deontay Wilder get it, and even for some of you guys on the MMA platform that I actually do,
Marion
fighters,
Renault gets it.
Yeah, and she actually interviewing with us on Monday. She get it.
She
You got
gets it.
like fighters like Juliana Pena, they understand. They know social media is their power. They know this. They understand. So they can't take a dump and treat, like the fans on the social media sites because we're the hardcore fans. At the end of the day, the casuals, they're not gonna be there, okay, all the time. The hardcore fans, they're gonna support you whether they love you or hate you. They're gonna support you. They're gonna be there. They're gonna make videos about you. And then these are the people that Keith Thurman says, okay, well, it is what it is, I'm going to, I'm going to fight when I feel like fighting. And that's how it is, That's Keith Thurman. My man, Angel Santos is in the house. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
What's up, bro?
Good, man. Good.
Yeah, what it do, Angel?
Hey, not much. No, I'm maintaining, as always.
This is my guy, Angel. Got my main man, General Africa. Got my buddy Odd Fella. I mean, man, this is a good panel. So, Angel, man, maybe voice some of your opinions, man, about what you hearing, man, or what you thinking.
I mean, with Keith, I think he's at the point where he's just in it for the money. He's trying to make the best bang for his buck, and by any means necessary, he's gonna squeeze those belts until he can cash out as much as possible. It's the bottom line right now for him. It's not at this point. It's kind of like that. What Marvin Hagler had said at one point. It's kind of hard waking up at 4:30 in the morning to train when you're wearing silk boxes and silk laced bedding. At this point, he made $2 million his last fight, and he's looking to make more than that. And just like Mikey Garcia is, want to reach for the stars and calling out Errol Spence, and trying to be the next pay-per-view superstar. Keith is on that same path. He's trying to, prolong the inevitable and not take those hard fights and trying to be the next pay-per-view superstar. That's what it is. That's what I strongly believe right now. And I'm glad y'all brought up Eddie Hearn, right? Because segue to Eddie Hearn signed Danny Jacobs, Demetrius Andrade with HBO contract, right? We all see that. And as we all know, Keith Thurman and Andrade have been good friends for the longest, since the Olympic trials way back, and they even fought each other way back, right? At 152 pounds. So, eventually, I think Thurman's going to just jump ship from Showtime and go to HBO and fight the lesser competition. What I'm thinking is, right now, that nobody's talking about, people talking about it in the forums, certain forums, and right now, the IBO belt, which is, the IBO belt is held by certain fighters like Anthony Joshua, Chris Eubanks Jr. The welterweight title is up in play in February. And who's going to be fighting for that? Frankie Gavin. Okay. Who has Frankie Gavin fought? Well,
he fought Kell Brook.
Frankie Gavin fought Kell Brook, and Kell Brook beat him, right? And Frankie Gavin was one of those great white hypes, out of Britain. Was getting hyped up until Kell Brook smashed him and, put him in his place. And Frankie Gavin is going to fight Namibian boxer named excuse me if I hacksaw his name, Bartholomew
Bartholomew.
Ushana. Bartholomew Ushana. You know, he's one of he's a protege. He's one of the good friends with you know, the cat that fought Crawford.
Indongo.
You know, Ndongo. You know, he's one of Ndongo's good buddies at welterweight. You know, another Namibian brother right there. You know, and Frankie Gavin's gonna fight him. There's no doubt. I mean, that kid is good, but Frankie Gavin, he's a boxer, and he's gonna outscore. He's gonna beat that guy. There's no doubt about it. They're gonna fight in I believe they're gonna fight in Ireland next month. He's gonna win, unless Ushana knocks him out. But we all know that if he doesn't beat him by a knockout, Frankie Gavin's gonna win. He's gonna have that belt, and this is Frankie Gavin's last chance. He's gonna win that belt. And Thurman, he's gonna get a soft touch. He's not gonna fight. We all know he's not gonna fight Vargas. Vargas is not a easy guy. Thurman's gonna fight somebody else. Maybe that what's the name? That speedy kid. I forgot his name. One of y'all can help me out.
Khan?
Not Khan. He might fight Khan, but Bradley Skeet, right?
Oh, okay.
Bradley Skeet lost to Frankie Gavin, but he might fight Bradley Skeet or someone else, and then he might segue to fight Frankie Gavin as another soft touch, as another tune-up before 2018 or early 2019, and he's gonna try to get that IBO belt. That's my thinking. That's my prognostication of what's he gonna do, because that is a soft touch for Thurman, and that's another belt. You know, even though the IBO is not a sanctioning body, it's still held by some of the prominent other champions like Eubanks Jr. and Anthony Joshua. You know, and it's a European belt. And segue to that Thurman might go to Eddie Hearn as his promoter, because his boy Andre is with his, you know, with Eddie Hearn now. You know? So that might be a possibility. So that's my 2 cents in it. And he's gonna ride it. So, you know, Thurman's gonna try to have 3 belts and, you know, milk those 3 belts for all it's worth.
Well,
Even
I mean,
though the IBO, we all know the IBO is not a sanctioning body.
I wouldn't put it past him.
It makes sense. This dude,
I wouldn't put it past him. I think I could I can see him doing that. You know, like, oh, I beat this dude, I beat this guy. All right, you know, I got this IBO. You know, what I'm saying, I honestly, I wouldn't put it. I don't see him wanting to be in boxing for more than, I think he's comfortable where he's at. He's, he has a wife, family, and I just don't see him. You see he's being sarcastic now, and he's a funny guy, man. I don't see him, really trying to do anything serious. At least not within the next, couple fights, man. Couple easy, like you said, squeeze these belts, squeeze this, and whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me tell you. Oh, go ahead.
He spent 7 months in Tibet, and he married his wife. He had a good ass time out there, spinning them logs up in the Himalayan mountains. dear brother Noopsy and all that about spiritual.
Man, look, man, Keith's wife done put it. Keith's wife, look, Keith done got soft. Keith's wife done put it on him a couple times. Probably talk, hey, why don't you invest some of that money? Invest some money in a little business that's gonna make us money. And you ain't got to go in there and take damage anymore. You ain't got to fight no more, Keith. You can just, stay home with me, and I'll cook for you. And, she probably done bent over. Oh, God, dog. She probably done gave him a, done made it very. Let me try to clean this up. She probably done made it very sexually lucrative for him to not fight. Probably getting comfortable at home and being, don't want to be away from the wife and none of that stuff, man.
And she got him.
She got him whipped, man. She got him
You
whipped.
really hate it when look at Manny Pacquiao's mom, and look at all the wives of these fighters when they see their husbands or their men get beat up in the ring. I mean, it's just natural, and a lady's gonna take it a lot worse, and how we get when we get into a relationship, man. We get comfortable, and sometimes we get bigger, and how it is, how it gets, man. So I don't, this new generation, I don't think he wanted to really. A lot of these guys, like I said before, really planned on being, at least at this point, really being in boxing for too long, man. I think guys like Crawford and even Canelo and Spence and Wilder will be here for a while. You got some guys that are going to be here for a while, but I think definitely the Crawford, not Crawford, excuse me, the Danny Garcias and the Thurmans and the Porters of the world, they're not going to be here much longer, man.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. They meet these women and they get married, and they get that good loving at home, and they feed them into well, why you got to go to the gym today? Nah, stay home, and you know how it is, fellas. And
I mean, look at Tim and
that's exactly
Tim
what
Bradley.
That's
look at Tim Bradley wife.
Tim Bradley wife do that too, and exactly what happened to Chocolatito and his girlfriend. Once Chocolatito met his girlfriend, he started staying away from the gym more and taking more days off, and as a result,
it'll be interesting to see what
happened
he does.
Chocolatito, right?
They say he's coming back.
Back and went off to a soft touch.
Yeah, I don't even know he's fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back to get beat up, man.
I think he took way too much damage, and that he was getting moved. He was getting moved with those punches.
Yeah, he got beat by a Muay Thai fighter, didn't he?
Yeah, or was Sickerset was right. So we said,
yeah,
run, yeah, man.
Yeah, that dude's a Muay Thai fighter, man.
You see his calves,
Right,
man. I'm surprised people don't be talk about that, man. That dude has some big legs. That dude's strong, man. He was moving that dude.
I mean,
just like
you punching bamboo sticks all day, kicking bamboo sticks, you're gonna be strong.
Dude's tough, man.
He said bamboo.
I knew he was gonna lose.
Hit bamboo sticks all day, man.
Yeah,
hot fella.
He built that strength, man.
That's body hardening.
Microphone.
Yep.
What the heck did I do?
There's some, yeah. I don't see it. I don't see it with you. So it is what it is. But you made some great points though. I could definitely see Keith doing something like that, man. Definitely. And we'll see.
Yeah,
what was you saying, Coach?
My girl Tay Brown and Mia, they all saying it. TJ, shout out to TJ, TC Johnson.
These
they talking.
Oh, what? Let me go check it out. Gotta
get my man Odd Fella. Yes, sir.
Hey, I was looking at these IBO. You hear me?
Yeah, I can.
All right. Yeah, I said I was just looking at these IBO rankings, and they ain't looking too bad, actually. You know what I mean? Quick to shit on the IBO, but yeah. Hey, I've been a man that's been advocate of the IBO, actually, and an advocate of demoting the rest of these, the WBC, WBA, IBF, and the WBO down the toilet, because I'm kind of feeling these computerized rankings, the algorithms that they're using is a lot better than whatever. But if y'all want to check the current IBO rankings, Manny Pacquiao was the number one. They got number 2, Danny Garcia, number 3, Sean Porter, Lamont Peterson, number 5. Obviously, it hasn't been updated since he got info.
I'm glad you mentioned that how the IBO does that computerized system, because I was gonna segue into that too, but you mentioned it first, and you're exactly right. And this is one of the reasons why that I feel that Keith Thurman will go seek a fight with Frankie Gavin, because he's a known name, for one. 2, He's known in Europe. And 3, Europe as we know it, they have a big, huge boxing scene. And once Keith Thurman, he sees that, he can get into that. He'll fight over there to fight Frankie Gavin and take that IBO belt if Frankie Gavin wins, which that's more
Folks,
than
I
likely
mean,
is going to be when he wins it, and it's going to be
this
next month.
this is the reality of Keith Thurman. I mean, you got Joe damn Horn making more noise than you, okay? I mean, you got Joe Horn making more noise. This is reality. You got Errol Spence about to pass you up. I mean, you got Terrence Crawford coming from a completely different weight class, moving up 2 weight classes, okay? To be at welterweight making noise. I want to fight everybody. I mean, how the hell do you let Joe Horn sit back, talk all this noise, make noise? And they talking about Joe Horn a little bit more than Keith Thurman. I mean, what is Keith doing, man? This is the frustrating point, man. What is he doing? Is this man trying to go out with some? Is he trying not to have his damn legacy? I mean, what the hell, man?
He's playing.
Like, damn, Keith.
He's playing chess. He's playing chess, coach. He's playing chess. Like I said, he's playing chess, and he's playing chess in order to get that money.
This idiot, he's gonna be crowned, man. Somebody finna crown him, man.
He's gonna wait. He's gonna try to get that IBO belt, and he's gonna milk it 3 belts for all they're worth. And even though that IBO is not a sanctioned body, it's just like what Anthony Joshua was doing with Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
You know, and Eddie Hearn right now, and they're gonna do the same thing. You know, and that's why I believe that Eddie Hearn and Keith Thurman, they might have a partnership in the long run, because he's gonna try to get that IBO belt. He's gonna try to have 3 belts, just like Anthony Joshua is doing right now. He has the most belts, so he feel, you know what, it's not gonna be a 50-50 split between Deontay and Joshua. It's gonna be Joshua making more money than Deontay Wilder because he has more belts. That's the whole thinking of how they think, because that's their British boxer. He got the IBO. He got the other belts. He got more belts. Deontay Wilder only got 1 belt, which is by far the WBC is pretty much the most important belt as the whole sanctioned bodies go. If you really look at it, because the WBA, what they have 52-11 champions, right, in each division. They got like 2 to 3 champions. You know, the super champion, the regular champion, and the continental champion and whatnot. You know,
I mean, yeah, man, that's all true, man. That's all true. You know, and I guess, you know, I don't know. See, man, I think this is the year, you know, like you saying, like it's a couple things that's got to happen, man. First of all, I think we as fans, we got to check these governing bodies, man. We got to check them hard. Because, see, if we hold these guys accountable, we completely hold them accountable. And I'm talking about any one of these guys that want to take a fight that we know for a fact not competitive. We've been boxing fans long enough. You know who's going to win the fight. And that's something, man. You know, people have undefeated records when they pick a fight because we know that the fights are so bad. But we hold these guys accountable. I guarantee you that these all these IBO, IBF, WBC, WBA, all these organizations, man, they're going to now begin to push these guys to do exactly what we want. And that's make these fights, okay? Let's make these fights happen. That's what's going to happen. See, these governing bodies now, you know, they're content with just getting that sanctioning fees. They're content with that. So when they have those sanctioning fees, they can really care less what happens. They don't care. You know, these guys are corrupt too. They're very corrupt, and they're going to do whatever it takes to get the money. They're going to order fights. How many times have you had a sanctioning body order a fight and the fighter don't take the fight? How many times? And then when people say, well, they got to fight their mandatory, well, damn the mandatory, because the mandatories are a thing of convenience. If the mandatories are Frankie Gavin, guess what? You fight Frankie Gavin. If the mandatory is Errol Spence, well, now you got to take 3 tune-up fights before you fight your mandatory. And guess what? Guess what the governing bodies do? Oh, they will sanction. They will co-sign it. They'll give you extensions, and they'll give you everything. They'll give you 10,000 extensions So they can't strip you from that belt because they want to keep that sanctioning fee with the popular fighter who can afford to pay the sanctioning fees. So, I mean, man, the whole sport need an overhaul. With
was a
fans like
sanctioning
us.
body because what fighters want to hold the belt of a sanctioning body that ain't credible?
Do what?
I said, what fighter wants to hold the belt of a sanctioning body that ain't credible? If we need to hold these sanctioning bodies feet to the flames too.
So that
just as much as these fighters.
Well, in
Exactly.
DCB made a great point in one of his recent videos. Hey, look, if HBO continues to fail, that's not good for boxing either. You know, let's if however we can, push these networks. Who knows if they're gonna? I mean, Showtime's doing a pretty good job, but it could always be better, definitely compared to how it was, even in the 90s. But like, if HBO fails, that's not. HBO, I have my problems with HBO, man, for real. But, if it continues to go down, like, that's just like, okay, so one network now and what? And then ESPN, whatever, it's so we have to put, the pressure on even more people. You see what I'm saying? But those are all good points by Coach and you guys, fella and Angel. You got to put the pressure on all these people.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean that, and what you had brought up earlier about the tournament. I believe each of the sanctioning bodies need to have a tournament throughout the year, right?
I would love that.
The champion's defending his belt at least 2 times to 3 times a year. Have the tournament, and then at the end of the year, have a huge end of the year tournament, maybe like a December time frame, November to December. Each of the champions fight each other in a tournament of champions, and then the at the end of the year is one undisputed,
even
one
better
champion that holds all the belts. Simple as that.
Champions League.
Pretty much like a Champions League. Like each sanctioning body have throughout the year tournament to fight the champion. They defend their belt. Like
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. It should be.
December, and then at
we
the
should push
very end of the year, have all the champions fight each other in an elimination. Whoever had the most impressive victory, them two fight it out or whatnot, and have it like that. It'd be a tournament of 4 or whatever, since there's 4 sanctioning bodies, and should even throw the IBO in there, as a wild card belt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great
absolutely.
idea. Over a stage of 2 years, though, I think the 1 year would be a little bit too.
Right. But yeah. Just me.
Definitely a great idea.
Like a 2 year, maybe like an 18-month thing. Within a 24-month span, have this huge tournament.
Yeah, that's a good idea, man. Because then you can see who the best of the best is.
And by then, and within them 2 years, usually that fight is in a prime or a little bit past their prime. If they are the champion at that time.
Wow, TJ super chat, God dog, TJ, my main man, hot almighty.
Woo,
man, super chat. That's what's up, man. Yeah, TJ, I got a post fight. Actually, I'm going to the fights tomorrow, man. I'm actually going to go watch Random Marcos tomorrow, and try to get a live interview with her while I'm out there, But yeah, I'm gonna be at the fights, so I'll be going. But so my post fight videos are probably gonna be not the best quality because I'm gonna be at the fights, and I don't think they let you take computers and video cameras in there. So I just have my phone. But yeah, man. So yeah, we'll get on, do a stream, man. Shoot, man. Dang, all the money you done dropped, man. Bro, you got, we got to hear your thoughts. God, dog. That's well, hey y'all, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Well, so I mean, man, I think though, if we get a little bit more of these guys, man, to just maybe just step up, man, because to them it's a business decision, and I know that's what they're thinking, man. Okay, well, if I lose, I miss out on these paydays. Like I don't think they actually. Okay, like you're afraid. Okay, I think they're probably afraid to lose out on the future money that they could get if they don't lose. So a lot of these guys are being cautious. I may say a lot of reckless stuff about Adrian Broner, but you know, he's not afraid to fight. And he will go in there. He'll take a fight that's tough. He'll do it. And I just think more of these guys, they need to have that kind of mindset that okay, I'll fight whoever. As long as the money right, I'll fight him. I don't care if he even asking for more money. That's fine. As long as he don't price himself out. Good. Just say, look, I want to fight the man in 2018. I just want to fight him. Okay. And I used to hear Mike Tyson say, you know what? I wanted to fight them all. I want to know if I was actually truly the best. I remember Mike saying that, man. I'm like, man, if only these guys could really just have that mentality right now, man. I want to know if I'm the best. I just want to know. Yeah. But all right. Anybody else got anything, man? Everybody cool or what's up?
It don't seem like I agree with you, Coach. There's a couple fighters like I said Mikey Garcia and the Charlos. I see it in them. Wilder, Spence, Crawford. I see it in a couple. I see it in those guys. Like hey, Broner's like you brought up Broner. At least he's willing to fight people. It's just when he gets in the ring is what upsets me when he doesn't let his hands go. But I mean, he's at least he's willing to step up. And it's like he's no matter. And this one thing that I like about him, it's like no matter who he loses to, he still gets back and says, "Oh, I'm going to fight again." It's just if he could get whatever's going on upstairs, if he could get that, that would be even more. But yeah, it seems like there's a good amount of guys now that aren't willing to ask that question. Am I the best? They don't want to test it. It's the fear of failure, or whatever the money and less the chance of damage. I don't know. Some of these guys are definitely afraid of the others. I'll say that.
Man, afraid ain't even a word, man. We just, I think, and I know I fella, I know he disagrees with, the boycott, and I understand where he's coming from. Like, man, this is gonna hurt boxing as a whole. Like, I actually now talking to him, I get where he's coming from. I think that, maybe it may be a step back, but then these guys, we're sending out a message to these guys like, man, you guys can't give us this stuff anymore. Like, we're not gonna go another year where you guys are gonna give us the same thing. Nah, man. It's something got to give. And we get these two. We get a couple of good fights. We get a few good fights, and then we get excited about it for a little bit,
squilling for joy and stuff.
And then it's like, okay, I mean, you got some good channels, man, that they just not putting out the boxing content like they used to, man. Like I remember Northwest Boxing, man. Shoot, it got so boring for him. Dude started doing political, man, straight political for a while.
Yeah.
And then, he came back to boxing. You got guys like Jeff at Dream Chasing, man. Yeah, they used to put out boxing content all the time, man. They don't do it. They doing other news now. Even, Santee Walton, the bottom line, he was doing a lot of boxing content, but, it's kind of more political with him because it's like, okay, what are these fighters doing, man?
They're not doing right. It's
and even the video views, man. And I'm not like going around looking at people video views, but even the video views of these big boxing channels, the mega channels with the 100,000, plus subs, I'd say actually, you know what? It's crazy because he got around like 44,000 subs, and it's like he's getting more video views than these channels with 100,000 subs. He is.
Yeah.
But it's like, you remember those big channels used to get a lot of views, man. And it's like the views, they're going down for these guys because I mean, what is there really to talk about? I mean, we got Wilder, you know, Ortiz, we got Joshua Parker. Okay, we got a Broner and Figueroa coming up. We got Charlo Centeno. We got them coming up. But you know, really, that's it. And then all those fights that's really competitive. Okay, you got Broner and Figueroa. That's going to be competitive. You got a Joshua Ortiz is going to be good. Joshua Parker. That's it. And then when those fights are over, okay, guess what? It's going to be right back to we might go have a layoff. Just like these fighters are getting layoffs. Guess what? We're going to be having layoffs because it's not going to be a lot to talk about. We might talk about the best gossip rumor that a fighter getting a DUI, somebody going to jail. But the majority of the videos in between fights, it's not fight videos, man, because these guys are not fighting enough. They're not having new video content almost daily about fights that's coming up. I mean, it should be that way. But, yeah, that's how it is, man. It's not.
Yeah, that's totally true. I shout out to the Bottom Line Santee Walden. I love his political video. I look at so many of those, and same thing with me. I don't do hardly. I'll do boxing videos here and there, but like you said, it's not a lot of going on to do it. You know, it's not a lot going on. So these I'm glad that that I can talk about other things, because if I was just like straight on boxing, I don't know how I could, I wouldn't do it, because, it wouldn't be, I couldn't maintain that. And that's like, well, I'm not going to just come on and just talk about nothing and about, you see what I was, you know what I mean? So, it's these fighters got to step up. And I've been saying for a while, I know a lot of brothers have been saying, these guys need to fight 3-4 times a year. 3-4 times a year. They're missing their primes.
And to be honest, it's
primes, man.
There's only so much crap you can look at boxing scene. I mean, man, come on.
Right.
Some people gonna wear boxing scene the hell out, man. It's only so much you can get off of there, man. And
then the thing look for a new link on boxing scene. No, clicking the refresh button on. No, I mean it's not.
Yeah, true. D, I do that all the time, though. But it's sometimes it's about expanding where we're looking at.
Exactly.
Just looking in our own region too much. Sometimes we gotta look overseas to see what's going on. You know what I mean? Sometimes we gotta look in other divisions. Like sometimes we too obsessed with the glamour divisions, the heavyweights, the middleweights, the welterweights, and whatnot. The super flies are hot, man. They got some little fighters down there. You know what I mean? They got some a hotbed of fighters out in Thailand and in the Philippines and Japan. You know what I mean? So yeah, that little super fly division, it might be something to talk about in the future. You know what I mean? But we just talk about the glamour divisions. New way.
My thing. And you know what? I made it a personal thing for me that I wanted to learn more about. Even though it's not too many Americans in the division, I wanted to learn a little bit about the different fighters in the cruiserweight division, because I haven't, really historically had much knowledge about the Usyks and the Dorticos and all the different fighters, and I wanted to learn more about the different fighters in the 168-pound division and stuff like that. So I've been trying to, and one thing I've been doing is I go back to the old school videos, man, and shout out to Blood Box. I love doing the look backs on different fighters. I did a video on Aaron Pryor and stuff. So I'll do stuff like that. Look, I respect any fighter that gets in the ring and is willing to fight whoever. My thing is I don't watch too much of the fighters under like 122, just because like I said, I respect any fighter that laces up and is willing to fight whoever, but it's so many different weights between, even from 122 to 130 or whatever, it's just, you have 2-4 pound differences, and it gets even more when you go lower. Look at Roman Gonzalez. So that's a little hard for me. And especially when you have so many of these guys jumping up and down. And I think that is actually, that along with a lack of defense, is plays into why a lot of the smaller guys have shorter careers. I think it's not just the fact that they, have not, get hit a lot more. I think it's kind of what they do, just taking advantage of these weights and stuff like that. But, I respect those guys. I haven't studied too much about them in the last few years. I must admit that.
Yeah, man, those are some solid points, man. Those are some very, very solid points. Definitely.
Yeah, man. Because I mean, I think what the good thing that you said about the defense and these smaller guys that they start off real small and then they work their way up. Kind of like a Manny Pacquiao. You know what? If you see at Manny Pacquiao's old fights, really old fights that were non-televised, that with a home camera, you seeing him
that was crazy.
At 102 pounds, he's walking through guys' punches and just laying these dudes out. At these smaller weight classes, and that's what they do. But when somebody's on a defensive style and they so to speak run, right, like how they talk shit about Mayweather and oh, he runs and he's too defensive, we want an action style fight, right, like what HBO promotes, right, action style fights, right? They hit Mexican style. Yeah, there ain't no such thing as a Mexican style, okay?
Right.
That style to me is a brutalized just gladiatorial, bloodbath, that they promote, right?
Robots.
Exactly, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and Chocolatito Gonzalez, he was one of the best Rock'em Sock'em Robots at the smaller weight classes. And then when he moved up, now you saw that that wasn't such a good idea, right? And he finally met somebody that he couldn't go through. You can argue that he kind of lost against Carlos Quadras, right? He didn't look too good after that fight. Carlos Quadras wore his ass out, and he barely won that fight. He got, to me, he got a gift after that fight.
Yeah, I saw that fight. I need to rewatch it.
When he fought Brian Valoria, that's about the same time that he met his girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
he was skipping days at the gym, and he took a lot of punishment that fight. He still won convincingly. He outscored Brian Valoria, but he took a lot of punishment that he didn't need to take. He should have used his defense, but the action style that gets promoted and that boxing analysts like a Lampley tries to promote, it ends up shortening his career. And unfortunately, when he lost to Varumberside that second time, it pretty much HBO ended his career, right? When he got knocked down, they said it, and Chocolatito gave these guys everything, and they just shitted on him. Excuse my French. They just blasted him, and they just pretty much tried to end his career that night. Just like they did the second time when Roy Jones got knocked out by Glenn
Tapia.
By Glenn Johnson, right?
Johnson, yeah.
Right? They pretty much tried to end Roy's career that night.
Yeah.
As the man was knocked out,
Yeah. It's brutal.
And they was hyping him up and saying, he needs to do something. And as the fight's going, he's gonna come back. Oh man, he got knocked out. As soon as he hits the canvas, Lampley, what did Lampley do? Kick a man when he's down. Just treat him like crap, like dog crap. And that's what they do. That's the part of the reason why I don't like HBO.
They need to fire Lampley, bro.
Get rid of him, retire him, something. He needs to just do his little Lampley thing and have his own show.
I heard he has something called like the non-Gotti list.
Commenting the fight.
You heard of that? He has something on the show called like the non-Gotti list. I heard somebody was talking about that. Like fighters that aren't like Gotti or something like that. Respect the Gotti. Rest in peace to Gotti, man. But yeah, the guy is just he's
it's just ridiculous, and it's taken away from the sweet science. They think that taking punishment and coming forward that's boxing when it's not. It's just a slugfest. It's just a fight. It's a fight. You know,
And there's too much network banging, man. These networks have to work together, man. I mean, look, you know, I commend the job Showtime's doing, you know, but I mean, just in general, but especially HBO, like, what is it? Like, you know, boxing is bigger than you. You are not boxing. Boxing is bigger than you. So, like, you know, let's just pump up boxing, not just HBO fighters and this and that. You know, I mean, I know Showtime does it too, but at least Showtime, look, I'm going to support Showtime more because at least they're trying to look. Steven Espinosa, he deserves the promotion, I believe it, because I think he studies the game. He wants to put together matchups, man. You know, he wants to, you know, nobody's perfect, but he tries to, and he has a boxing mind, man. He talks about, man, he's made some great points, man. Like, the guy just knows what he's doing. And, you know, but it'd be like I said, it'd be even better if these networks would be willing to work together more. Like, what is this? Like, it's almost as if, you know, there's this force that is like undercurrent that's like pushing these different factions, you know, the different sanctioning bodies and networks to pushing them to just self-implode by themselves without the help of anybody else. Like, you know, if you work together, if you put the actual fights together, the fights that make sense, the fights that people want to see when they want to see it, when it's hot, none of this stupid marinate stuff. Another good point by who said that, man? I forgot who said it, but you know, I think it was DCB again when somebody said that you know, the only time that we actually saw that stalling a fight worked was with the Mayweather Pacquiao. There's never been any other proof. There's never been any other proof. Like, you could talk about it, but that doesn't mean it's true. That if you fight at this time, that it's gonna, you know, you see what I'm saying? Now, yeah. There are fights that I wouldn't want guys to do right now. I mean, like Crawford and Smith. I want them to clean out. That's because I want them to clean out their divisions. See what I'm saying? Unify. Yeah, that's another thing. Put out the fights when, you know, they're hot. Stuff like that. Like, stop the network banging and this and that and think you're bigger. To stop all this ego stuff, man.
Yeah,
yeah. Network banging, but the one thing that needs to these down, HBO for one, their budget is diminishing, but it's not. It's for the reason that people are leaving TV, people are leaving cable. Great. I mean, and getting all you can watch games on the internet. You know what I mean? There's plenty streaming all these different premium series and movies and whatnot. So more and more people are leaving and coming to the internet. When is boxing gonna establish market? Huey Fury fight was on YouTube pay-per-view. Seeing more things, like you said, General. See, these networks they just keep getting in the way. They keep banging and conflicting with each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that is true. And I mean, and as of right now, I mean, Showtime ethered, you know, as far as I could see, Showtime ethered HBO and ESPN for the rest of the year with their presser with all the fighters up there, you know, essentially. You know, and the sad thing was that analysts from the other networks, ESPN mainly and HBO, try to downplay Showtime's showing. You know, try to talk bad on it, and they try to, and they don't have no other defense. They don't even have fights scheduled for the next 6 months. They just going along, you know, as it comes, you know, what they can scrounge up, you know, and they don't have any answer to Showtime. Showtime essentially eating them for the rest of the year, for the whole 2018, as you saw the you know, the other day with all the fights and all the face-offs. You know, it's by Al Heyman and company. You know, once again, doing and proving that, you know, PBC and that direction is to be followed and to be copied for the most part. You know, it is what it is. You know.
Most definitely.
So what's up, y'all? Y'all straight? Shoot, man. This
My
been a good.
bad. I had to
been a good
run
night.
for a second.
What's up, King Ja? What's up, XA? Shoot, fellas. I mean, man. Hey, I enjoy being on with you guys, man. Shoot.
Yeah, man.
To wrap it up. Yeah, what's up? Go ahead, bro.
Does you guys make? I checked out Angel. I went to your channel. Do you make videos?
Oh no, I don't make videos, man. I'm a consumer, man.
I feel you, man.
I'm a consumer.
Hey.
I mean, making videos and opening up a channel, I just don't have the time. You know,
I feel you, man. Hey, I respect your boxing knowledge, brother, and that's all truth and honesty right there. I respect your boxing knowledge. Same thing with you, the odd fella, man. That's just why I asked.
Yeah, man.
I see
that. I spoke to
respect. Yeah, I ain't got no.
Spoke to you before.
Yeah, I see the odd fella around a lot, man. I've been seeing him for about three years, man.
Oh wow, you guys go back.
Yeah, I've been seeing him for a long time. I just see him on different channels too. With 78. I've seen him on my channel a few times, but I remember him, man, because some of my earlier boxing videos, and I was just kind of dropping him. You know, he would come and leave a comment. So yeah, man, real good dude, man, real good dude.
Respect. Once again, thanks for having me on. You know what I mean, the platform. You know what I mean, the debate. Almost, it really wasn't really a debate. We kind of agreed with everybody. You know what I mean, with each other and whatnot. Just not so much on the timing or whatnot. But I'm kind of coming around. I'm ready to get on this boycott myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm still hold fast and wait till that tune up. And once that post fight interview comes out, if I don't hear nothing about Errol Spence, I'm with you, coach. You know what I mean? The boycott is on. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be the first to put his feet to the flames.
Hey man, that's good because it's going in the end. It's going to help out the sport, man. Because then these guys will be a little bit more selective. You know who they pick. You know, instead of picking Don Juan Bum. You know, or picking a Rod Salkers out of the crew. You know, they'll be a little bit more selective. You know, that's how it is, man. But it'll be good, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
Word up, man.
Well,
hey, Coach,
I
appreciate you having me on, man, as always.
Hey, General
Africa. You see that? You see the picture I sent you? I couldn't send it on my phone. I couldn't send on I couldn't send it through text because I did you saw the collage I put of Rose Namajunas and
yeah, I'm gonna use that too, man. I'm gonna put it out there and make some fun of them young J-Check fanboys, man. Them guys.
Yeah, she was for the guys out. It was just what was it? Joanna young J-Check. She's you guys, I don't know if you know her, we probably do, but or not. But it's the Polish kickboxer, not kickboxer, MMA. She's pretty good, but anyway, she was like throwing her, trying to psych out, and she's a big talker, man. And she was talking trash about the girl's mental health, and which I didn't think was cool. But she had her fist in her face in the stare down or whatever. So I just put the collage together of that, and then friggin' Rose Namajunas making her tap from punches on the ground. And then Thug Rose with the belt. It was pretty funny.
Tap out from strikes, boy. That's funny. Oh, well. But guys, anyway, it's been good. Guys, go subscribe to General Africa. He can type something in the comment thread and y'all can click on his you can go click on his YouTube channel and subscribe. Definitely brings a lot of heat. Angel, if you made videos, I tell people to go sub to you. Fella, I don't wait a minute. Hey, do you make videos? YouTube channel, subscribe. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, man. Hey, Odd Fella, he making videos. Go subscribe to the Odd Fella, man.
So
definitely subscribe to that dude.
For sure.
Real quick,
Nah,
real
ain't no
quick,
videos.
fellas.
Go ahead, Angel.
Oh, yes, sir. Go ahead.
Fellas. I'm gonna think about making videos. I wanted to mention one welterweight out of Uzbekistan. I forget his name. I always massacre his name. He's a welterweight. He fought on the Danny Jacobs undercard in Long Island back in October. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Danny Jacobs. It was actually it was Danny Jacobs undercard. I think his name is Urskugo, some crazy weird name. He's from Uzbekistan. He's
This or something.
147. Right, him. Watch out for him in the next 2 years.
What's his name?
I can't pronounce his name.
Uzbekistan, you said though?
Right, Uzbekistan.
It starts with an E and his last name.
Okay.
Yes, him. Watch
with a
out.
K.
He is going to be a dangerous fighter in the next 2 to 3 years. He's going to come up. I believe he's 11-0 with about 9 knockouts, something like that. He's going to be mark my words, he's going to be someone to look out for within the next 2 to 3 years. And he would fight Errol Spence in a heartbeat. This kid has power. And he's very, very dangerous. It's kind of like a Golovkin with more movement and better hand speed. Watch out for that kid. I mean, I'm not trying to hype him up or anything. Just call it like I see it from my over 27 years of boxing knowledge, and I see something in him. He's going to be something, and I'm not trying to promote any. I'm not I'm just a fan of the sport.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll check. Look out for.
I'll check the dude out. I'm always looking for, these live dogs that are willing to, just got love for the game, willing to fight, man. You said the welterweight from Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan, yes.
11 fights.
He was I think he got like 11 fights.
11 fights. Okay, for sure.
I can't pronounce his name for the life of me. I suck at pronouncing the name, but forgive me for that. But
no problem. I'm looking at a couple. It got some hard. I'm trying to pronounce some of them.
Yeah, it's a couple of them, but it's a welterweight. He fought in a Danny Jacobs undercard.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm stumped.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that, fellas, but yeah, check that guy out, man.
Most definitely, y'all. Well, guys, on behalf of Angel Santos, General Africa, and the Odd Fella, this is Coach Shelton Harrison, Combat Sports Show Live, and we're going to become unlive. But guys, thank y'all for joining us tonight. Good stream, good podcast, or whatever we call it. It was good, man, and definitely appreciate you guys coming on. It is boring talking by yourself sometimes. Okay, guys, that's it. Much love.
I appreciate it, guys, man. I had a great time talking to you.
God bless.
All right. Bless all you gentlemen, man. Bless y'all.